Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
Oh, all right. I thought I'd share a few random thoughts today. So it'll be more on just, resumes that I got and the job market, then about what I'm doing. What else? Changing life priorities, just basic stuff. So this is just going to be me sharing a couple of thoughts. So anyway, I think the first thing that I want to share is the question that some of the people ask me, like, what kind of exercise do you do? It's nothing specific, man. It's the exercise that I do is just a few rounds of running up and down every day after getting up. After you get up, you have an empty stomach, right? So with that empty stomach, yes, what happened? It's my baby. So with an empty stomach, when you exercise, obviously the body kind of uses the fat reserves. And when you make it a habit, the body kind of uses this as a wake-up call. And I'll tell you, after you get up, if you do exercise, you feel fresh, because there's a release of adrenaline in your body. Your testosterone levels get a little higher. I think it's serotonin. I'm not too sure of the name, but all these chemicals get released. And yes, finally, the dopamine effect. The dopamine effect is the fence. Yes, I did it. So it kind of feels good. And the exercise that I do is nothing out of the world. It's just running up and down. Very slow pace. It's like if 100 is my max, I do at a pace of 40% or 50%. A very casual kind of run, nothing too great. It's like if you were walking and I was doing my slow pace running, it would be more or less the same. The reason for this is just to get the body activated and to wake up after you get up. And one thing, if you notice, I run in the sun without a shirt. So that's good for vitamin E, good for a sweat, good for circulation, good for a little bit of oxygen. So nothing hardcore. I think the reason you tend to do this as you grow older is just to keep fit. And I even got asked the question as to why am I not doing bodybuilding? Why did I leave bodybuilding? Because bodybuilding, the kind of bodybuilding I was doing was building mass, building strength and mass. And as you grow older, you're not looking at strength and mass. You're just looking at, fitness and health. See, here's one open challenge to you. Ask any bodybuilder to run a long distance with you. He will not be able to run long distance. In fact, most of the bodybuilders, when they run, their joints will hurt, their knees will hurt, because they're carrying so much of mass. The human body is not designed to carry so much of mass on every step. And all that weight comes, crushing down on the knee joints and ankle joints. So early on I realized, okay, I have all these muscles, but I'm not able to go a distance. What's the point? So then what I decided is I need to do those forms of exercise where there is at least blood circulation and my heart rate and oxygen intake is more, because that is more important than carrying muscles. The muscles part was my insecurities and wanting to look strong, be strong, impress the girls, show off, when you're young. And it will go that way, huh? It was to look strong, be strong, show off. The stuff that you do when you're young. And obviously, yes, the testosterone injections and all that. That was building the muscles. But as you grow older, what will you do with the muscles, man? You're not looking to show off. And, when I was young, I used to spend so much time in the gym. It's useless. That phase, it was good. Now it's pointless. So then the other thing which I wanted to share with you is I spoke to some business people yesterday. Means those guys who are like, they have millions, at least like 5 million or something in properties and savings and money. So I was speaking to these guys and they are in their 50s, 60s. So we're just talking of the changing paradigms, the phase that is changing. And as you grow older, I think it comes down more towards saving money for a rainy day, and you do not know when you'll need it. And also the big question that people tend to ask is, okay, today I'm able to work and I'm able to earn, but what will happen if you can see the sun, by the way? No, you can't see the sun. I mean, can you see how sunny it is? Look at the skies. So it's nice. I think I'll show you a nice shot when I'm standing there, so you can have a look at how the nature looks like, so you can get an idea of where I stay and why I like this place so much. It's very peaceful. You can hear there's no noise. It's very peaceful. Apart from the little bit of motorbikes or something. So I'll show you so you can have a look. So here it is. This will give you a good idea of where I stay and how it looks like. Okay, have a look. So this is what it is. See, you can see this. This is where I stay. See, you can see this. Yeah. The sky, you can see. See, looks nice, right? So this is where I stay. This is how it looks like. Looks nice, right? See? So this is where I stay. And this is how my life is. So, and when you go out, you can take some nice photo here. Look very nice, no? This doggy will do nothing, don't worry. He's a friendly dog. So, yeah, so I was telling you this, the sun. And so, yeah, I was talking to this guy and, one is savings when you become older. But the second thing I feel, which as a youngster, even me, I didn't realize is how important health is. Like when you're young, you just sleep, get up, you go to sleep late, you get up, you party, you don't give a damn, you hardly sleep sometimes. You can do exercise without warm up. You don't need to do exercise. You can eat like no one else's business. You can keep stuffing your face. You can do all crazy stuff, man. But when you become older, no, your body becomes funny. When you get up in the morning, it's like, Oh shit, my back is aching. Oh, my knees are aching. Oh, my muscles are stiff. So, hey, yeah, you become like, what the fuck is this? It's funny because it's like your head. It's like your body is some kind of like transport machine. It's like you're this little person sitting in this big tower. These. Remember these Japanese cartoons like Grandizer, and they used to show these mech robots where this character would sit in this machine head and then you would operate the big machine. So I have become, you realize you've become something like that. You become like this small little character like you. You're in this big human body. Hey doggy. Hope he doesn't get hyper. So he's a dog. You can see a dog. Yeah. So you're operating this machine, and obviously over the period of time, there is wear and tear. So, and the thing is, if you don't take care of your health, you have to endure that pain. You get up in the morning, that muscle will ache, that finger will pain, the joints will ache, and you cannot function or perform that way. You cannot function or perform that way. It's and like for example, if your knee is paining or if your muscle is paining and you're trying to do work, you can't focus. And I'll tell you, that is where you realize the importance of health. That's why most of the guys who are in their 50s or 40s or 50s onwards, they either have diabetes or blood pressure or heart disease or some shit like that. So there's so much that you have to undergo, Then what else? I was also thinking about, you remember, here on the island, I'll give you a small example. Here on the island, there are many of these Western expats, okay? And their main priority, some of them, not all, has been they want to focus on, say, Annie, doggy. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, after I finish. He. So, no, what I was saying was, these Western expats here, their main focus was, okay, we need to protect these elephants from this tourism industry. We need to save plastics, keep the earth green. Then we need to, stop the sex trade. Okay, example, I'll give just 3 examples. Now what has happened is, ever since this lockdown, there are no tourists on this island. So nobody is coming to see the elephants. And now because nobody is coming to see the elephants, there is no food for them and there's no money for them. So now, where are these guys? They have kept quiet, okay? Because initially they wanted these elephants to be protected, and now they're protected, but there's no money. Then with regards to the plastic, make the earth green, don't use plastic. Now the funny thing is, because of this coronavirus, they're buying these masks which are plastic. They're buying the gloves which are plastic. They are buying coveralls which are plastic. So now what happened to green? The earth. Sorry, I had this call. I don't pick up numbers, I don't know. Anyway, I was telling you this, people who were talking about protecting plastic. And now they can't, now they're using plastic like no one else's business. And before, these people are talking about, we need to protect these women against the sex trade. And now nobody's coming because nobody's traveling. There's nothing on the sex trade. So now these females, they can't seem to earn any money because nobody's paying them money for sex. So now they are unemployed and they're literally on the streets. So now these people have kept quiet. Like, for example, where's Greta Thunberg? She was talking big about environment change and all that. Now, even though the environment is not getting polluted or whatever, she's not talking because people have other priorities. She's just a gimmick. This is where, social media is a lot of bullshit. And yeah, the last thing which I wanted to tell you is about these jobs and people applying. I keep receiving CVs. Obviously, I respect these guys who are sending me their CVs. I'm not going to make fun of them or anything like that. But I'll share with you in one of the videos, after changing the identity, what kind of CVs they show. Oh my goodness. Some people have written autobiography. Some people have positioned themselves as Elon Musk. Some people are like, what? I don't know whether they are applying for a job or they are doing modeling. So yeah, you meet all kinds of people. Anyway, if you look at it, my life, look at my life, it's normal. Virus, no virus, happy, simple life. I'm not saying that I'm better than you or anything. It's just a life that I've created for myself because I didn't want to live in the grid. And that's why the personal branding aspect came useful. And personal branding, not trying to market what I'm doing, but it has enabled me to live this life where I don't have to, obviously I don't have to be dependent on the system. And the second thing is, people pay me a premium for my services. So all this has happened only because, I built a brand and it has taken a lot of hard work. Well, one thing, let me tell you this, whatever people say or whatever internet marketing shows, there's no easy way to success. There's no fast track. There is no make 7 figures in 7 days or read a course. It's all bullshit. So just don't fall for all that crap. It's hard work. The only thing that you need is guidance from somebody step by step. And it's a process of trial and error to find out what really works. So that is what personal branding is. Anyway, guys, today I just thought I'd share with you a few random thoughts. Afterwards, I'll be posting a video with regards to the UAE updates. So you can get something. All right? You guys take care.